I'm so happy you're here today because we are diving into a topic that every single English learner needs, but almost everyone does a bit, well, let's say, too simply.
Hi guys. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Jenny. Whenever I ask students about their day, I get the same 3 sentences. I wake up at 7. I go to work. I go to sleep. It's a bit like a robot, isn't it?
Exactly, Chris. And that's why we're here today. In the real world, native speakers don't talk like a textbook. We use phrasal verbs, we talk about our habits, we complain about being tired, and we use specific expressions to describe the flow of our day.
So, for the next 20 minutes or so, Jenny and I are going to walk you through a full day, from the second that annoying alarm goes off until we finally hit the sack at night.
We'll be using natural, modern English that you can actually use with your friends, colleagues, or even in a job interview if someone asks you, so, what's a typical day look like for you?
Honestly, my typical day is usually a bit of a mess, but we'll try to keep it organized for the lesson.
Don't worry, Chris, your messy day is actually perfect for learning real English. So, grab a cup of coffee or tea, sit back, and let's get started. By the end of this video, you won't just be saying I wake up, you'll be describing your day like a pro. Alright, Chris, let's start at the very beginning. Are you a morning person?
Oh, absolutely not. I am a total night owl. Getting me out of bed in the morning is like trying to move a mountain. To be honest, the first thing I do when my alarm goes off is hit the snooze button. Usually 3 or 4 times.
See? That's a great phrase already. To hit the snooze button. Most people just say I sleep more, but hitting the snooze is what we actually do. I'm the opposite, though. I'm definitely a morning person. I usually wake up around 6:30 a.m. before my alarm even goes off.
That sounds like a nightmare to me. But wait, there's a difference between waking up and getting up, right?
Great point. Waking up is just when your eyes open and you stop sleeping. But getting up is when you actually physically leave the bed. For me, those two things happen at the same time. I wake up and I get up immediately.
For me, there's at least a 20-minute gap. I wake up, I hit the snooze, and then I just lie there scrolling through my phone, checking the news or social media, until I feel human enough to actually get out of bed.
I think a lot of our viewers can relate to that. So, once you finally drag yourself out of bed, what's the first thing you do to kick off your day?
Well, I head straight to the kitchen. I'm useless without my morning coffee. I usually make a big pot of black coffee. It's the only thing that helps me shake off the sleepiness. What about you, Jenny? I bet you have a super healthy routine.
I wouldn't say super healthy, but I do like to start the day with a glass of lemon water. It makes me feel refreshed. And then, I usually go for a quick 15-minute jog or do some light stretching. It really helps me clear my head before I start thinking about work.
Stretching. Man, I'm lucky if I remember to put on matching socks. But seriously, clearing your head is such a good expression. It means to get rid of all the messy thoughts and just focus. After my coffee, I usually hop in the shower. That's my me time where I plan my day in my head.
I do the same. The shower is where I get my best ideas. After that, it's the usual routine, brushing my teeth, doing my skincare, and getting dressed. I try to pick out my clothes the night before to save time, because even though I'm a morning person, I don't want to waste energy making decisions at 7 a.m.
Smart. I usually spend 10 minutes staring at my closet wondering if I can get away with wearing the same hoodie 2 days in a row.
Typical Chris. But hey, that's part of the routine too. So, once we're dressed and caffeinated, it's time to actually start the day.
Now we get to the part everyone loves to hate, the commute. Jenny, do you still drive to the studio, or are you taking the train these days?
I've been taking the train lately. It's about a 30-minute commute. Honestly, I prefer it over driving because I don't have to deal with the morning rush hour. If I drive, I just end up stuck in traffic, getting frustrated.
Rush hour, that's a key term. That's the time of day when the roads and trains are the busiest because everyone is heading to work or school. I actually drive, and yeah, the traffic can be a nightmare. But I use that time to listen to podcasts or audiobooks. It makes the commute feel productive.
That's a great way to kill two birds with one stone, learning something while you're traveling. When I'm on the train, I usually check my emails on my phone. I like to get a head start on the day.
Get a head start. I love that. It means to start something early so you have an advantage. When I finally get into the studio or the office, the first thing I do is check my to-do list. I'm a big fan of writing things down. If it's not on the list, it doesn't exist.
I'm the same way. Once I sit down at my desk, I usually dive into my most important tasks first. I find that my brain is the sharpest in the morning, so I try to avoid meetings until later if I can.
I wish I could do that. It feels like as soon as I walk in, someone is saying, "Chris, can we have a quick word?" or, "Chris, did you see that email?" By 10 a.m., I usually feel like I have a lot on my plate.
That's a very common idiom. To have a lot on your plate simply means you are very busy and have many responsibilities to handle at once. When things get like that, how do you stay productive, Chris?
I try to use the Pomodoro technique, working for 25 minutes and then taking a 5-minute break. It keeps me from burning out. And I always try to stay on top of my emails so they don't pile up.
Stay on top of something means to stay in control of it. For me, staying productive is all about blocking out time. I'll set my phone to do not disturb for 2 hours so I can really focus on writing scripts or filming. If I don't, I'll just get distracted by every little notification.
Oh, I'm the king of distractions. Boo, a cat video. Boo, a news alert. It's a struggle, honestly. But by the time noon rolls around, my brain is usually fried and I'm ready for a break.
My brain is fried, another great one. It means you've worked so hard you can't think anymore. That brings us to lunch. Chris, are you a meal prep guy or a grab-a-bite guy?
I wish I was a meal prep guy. Those people who cook all their lunches on Sunday and put them in neat little containers. Yeah, that's not me. I'm definitely a grab-a-bite kind of person. I usually go to the deli around the corner and grab a sandwich or a salad.
Grab a bite or grab a bite to eat is so natural. It just means to get a quick, informal meal. I actually try to meal prep a bit. It saves money and it's usually healthier. But regardless of what I eat, I always make sure to step away from my desk.
That's so important. Eating at your desk is a bad habit that a lot of people have. Even just a 15-minute walk outside can make a huge difference. Especially because of the dreaded afternoon slump.
Oh, the afternoon slump is real. For those watching who don't know, the slump is that time around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. when your energy levels just drop. You feel sleepy, you lose focus.
And that is exactly when I head back to the coffee machine for round 2. Or sometimes I'll have a sugary snack, though I know I probably shouldn't. It's my pick-me-up.
A pick-me-up is something that gives you a quick burst of energy. For me, instead of more caffeine, I try to drink a big bottle of water or eat some fruit. And honestly, if I'm working from home, sometimes I'll take a 10-minute power nap.
A power nap? I'm jealous. If I take a nap, I won't wake up until the next day. I have no self-control.
Well, the key to a power nap is keeping it under 20 minutes. But anyway, after the slump, I usually have my second wind.
Second wind, that's a great idiom. It means a new burst of energy that allows you to finish a task. That's usually when I tackle the smaller chores or administrative stuff that doesn't require too much deep thinking.
Exactly. I use that time to reply to comments on YouTube or organize my calendar for the next day. And before you know it, it's time to start wrapping things up.
Wrapping up, meaning finishing whatever you're doing so you can leave. My favorite part of the day.
So, work is over. You've clocked out. Now what?
Now I try to beat the rush hour again. If I leave at exactly 5 p.m., it takes me an hour to get home. If I wait until 6 p.m., it only takes 20 minutes. So sometimes I'll stay late at the gym near the office just to let the traffic die down.
That's smart. I usually head straight home because I'm always starving by the time I finish work. On the way back, I might pop into the grocery store if we need milk or dinner ingredients.
Pop into is a very common phrasal verb. It means to go somewhere quickly for a short time. I hate grocery shopping after work, though. It's always so crowded. I prefer ordering in once or twice a week.
Ordering in or getting takeout. It's a lifesaver when you're exhausted. But I actually find cooking quite relaxing. It's my way of decompressing after a long day of being on for the camera.
Decompressing, that's a sophisticated word for relaxing or letting off steam. I decompress by putting on my loungewear, sweatpants and a comfy t-shirt, and just sitting on the couch for a bit.
Oh, the comfy clothes are a must. As soon as I get home, the work clothes come off and the leggings go on. After dinner, there's always the daily chores to deal with. Washing the dishes, doing a load of laundry, or tidying up the living room.
Chores are the worst part of the day, but they've gotta be done. I usually put on some music or a YouTube video in the background to make it less boring. If I don't keep on top of the chores, the house becomes a disaster zone within 48 hours.
Tell me about it. I try to do a 10-minute tidy every night. Just picking things up and putting them back where they belong. It makes the next morning feel so much calmer.
That's a good tip. I usually use my evenings to catch up on my favorite shows or maybe play some video games. It's important to have some downtime where you aren't thinking about work or productivity.
Downtime is essential. For me, evening is also when I might catch up with friends or family, maybe a quick phone call or a few texts. It helps me feel connected.
Alright, the sun is down, the chores are done. Now we're getting into the wind down period.
This is where sleep hygiene comes in. I'm very strict about my night routine because I value my sleep so much. Around 9:30 p.m., I start winding down. I turn off the bright overhead lights and use lamps instead.
I really need to start doing that. My problem is doomscrolling.
Doomscrolling, that's a very modern term. Can you explain that for our viewers, Chris?
Yeah, it's a bad habit. It's when you just sit there on your phone, scrolling through social media or news apps, looking at one negative story after another, or just wasting hours looking at nothing. Before I know it, it's midnight and I'm still awake.
It's so easy to fall into that trap. To avoid it, I try to leave my phone in the kitchen and read a physical book in bed instead. It really helps my eyes relax. And of course, I have my nighttime skincare routine.
I just wash my face with water and hope for the best. But I know for you, it's a whole process, right?
It's a process, but it's a relaxing one. Cleanser, toner, moisturizer, it's like a signal to my brain that the day is officially over.
Once I finally put the phone away, I'm usually so tired that I crash out almost immediately.
Crash out or pass out. It means to fall asleep very quickly because you're exhausted. Another common one is hit the sack or hit the hay.
I hit the sack around 11:30 p.m. Most nights I sleep like a log, but occasionally, if I've had a stressful day, I might toss and turn for a while.
Tossing and turning, that's when you can't get comfortable and you keep moving around in bed. I hate those nights. I usually try some deep breathing exercises if that happens. But most of the time, I'm out like a light.
Out like a light, meaning you fell asleep instantly. And then, before you know it, beep beep beep, the alarm goes off and we do it all over again.
And that is a full day in the life. We went from hitting the snooze button to hitting the sack. Chris, you used so many great expressions today. Do you have a favorite routine idiom for our viewers to remember?
That's a tough one. I think I'll go with, to have a lot on your plate. It's just so useful because let's face it, we're all busy these days. It's a very natural way to tell someone you're swamped without just saying, I'm busy.
I love that one. My favorite from today is to wind down. It's such a descriptive way to talk about the transition from work mode to relaxation mode.
So, now it's your turn. We don't want you to just listen to us. We want to hear from you.
Exactly. In the comments below, tell us about one part of your daily routine. But here's the challenge: don't use textbook English. Try to use at least one phrasal verb or idiom we talked about today.
Tell us, are you a morning person or a night owl? Do you hit the snooze button? What's your favorite way to decompress after work?
We'll be jumping into the comments to read your responses and give you some feedback. If you found this long-form lesson helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep making these deep dive videos for you.
Thanks for hanging out with us for the last 20 minutes. It's been a blast.
It really has. Go out there, use your new English, and we'll see you in the next video.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.